Okay, so the Eagles now know their opponent wildcard weekend is the 49ers. However, one of San Fran's best players didn't want to come to Philly. Meanwhile, Kelee Ringo had a message for Eagle fans after a horrible showing for not just him, but the whole secondary. So much to break down, including what Devontae Smith said about the offense and our opponent. Plus, when you hear what the Eagles coaching staff didn't do once the last 18 minutes of the game, you're going to be even more upset. So let's just get into it. What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and it's the Philly Talk Podcast. If you are excited about Eagles football, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss the videos. So as we all know by now, the Eagles lost to the Commanders 24-17. And what makes it more upsetting is that the Lions handled business and beat the Bears. So all the Eagles had to do was beat the 4-win Commanders team led by Josh Johnson, a guy who hasn't thrown a touchdown pass since 2021 until he played the Eagles' backup secondary, who was absolutely horrendous. We definitely got to talk about that. But let's stay with the decision to rest the starters. I think it was the right decision, as we saw 3 Eagle players get hurt during the game. What if that was one of the starters that we need to make a postseason run? So I understand the decision. I'm not mad at that. I'm mad at the fact that the coaching staff on offense and the secondary on defense was so bad we couldn't beat a Commanders team that was absolutely beatable with our backup. Simple and plain. I mean, the fact that we were inside the red zone at the 5, 3rd and 1, pass play, bootlegging Tanner McKee. Then on 4th and 1, they call timeout, and they're still not smart enough to run Tank Bigsby another pass, turnover on downs. We didn't even get 3 points there. The other thing that absolutely drove me crazy was this. Eagles Eric tweeted yesterday, Tank Bigsby generated 4 points of expected value on 18 touches, by far the highest on the Eagles offense, yet he didn't get a single touch in the fourth quarter. I'm going to take it a step further as I rewatched the game. The final 18 minutes, KP and Nick Sirianni didn't run the ball at all. Also, didn't give a touch to Tank Bigsby, whether it's running or throwing, in a close game. Shout out to him, though, for showing he's not just a bully with the ball in his hands, as he picked up Bobby Wagner, who was pulling on Tanner McKee's face mask and slammed him to the ground. Sheesh. I mean, the guy's name is Tank for a reason, and hopefully we're smart enough to use him with Saquon in the postseason. But how does a play caller in a one possession game not get the ball to the guy playing best, or just in general go 18 minutes without one run play when last week you were just running it to run it? This is mind boggling. Flipping it over to the defense, and the first thing that pops in my mind is pass interference on the defense, which we had 6 times in one game. Almost all of Washington's big drives either was helped and or finished by a pass interference. I honestly don't ever remember watching a game where there were 6 PI calls, 1 on a rookie, Mac McWilliams, 2 on our boy Kelee Ringo, and 3 on Jacorian Bennett. If the Eagles lose any cornerback, Quinion, Coop, Reed, or even Adoree', we're in trouble. But it wasn't just PI calls for Kelee Ringo, as he was caught running the opposite way as Josh Johnson scored a touchdown. Bro, this screenshot is ridiculous. It's worse than the famous Nate Gary turned around versus the Bengals. At least the quarterback wasn't running to him as he's running away like Kelee Ringo was. Who cares what receiver's in the back of the end zone? There's another guy on him. Your responsibility is to keep containment on your side. And trust me, he hears the noise. There were a lot of people posting on social media about that play and the PIs, and he had to say this on IG. Love y'all too, with a laughing emoji and a heart. And you could take it as I'm laughing at myself with y'all, or you could take it as I really don't care. It is what it is. I don't know, but I don't want my players talking like this after getting destroyed in a game. Now, before we continue, I want to show you something that will make you delete whatever sports book you use. It's called Polymarket, which is a prediction market where you trade on the outcome instead of being locked in on one play. Plus, it helps you keep your winnings. Literally, Sportsbook charge $9 on a $100 win, where Polymarket takes a single penny. I also love how easy the app is. Let's go ahead and pull it up. With the NFL playoffs this week, the odds won't be up until a little later on, but we got a bunch of basketball games you can look at right here. The 91% OKC looks pretty good. Philadelphia 76ers at 84%. You got Golden State Warriors at 54. And then you can even go into some hockey if you want. But by Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll have the NFL playoff odds up. And of course, we know our matchup, Eagles versus Niners. Polymarket lets you trade in and out and or cash out whenever you want, unlike the sports book that blocks trades and cash outs multiple times during a game. Also play anywhere because it's available in all 50 states. So turn game day into payday. Trade live with no limits. Download Polymarket today by clicking the link in my description. Once you do that, use promo code PhillyMike and Polymarket will give you a free $10 once you sign up. No deposit needed. As for a positive note on the defensive side of the ball, they did get 2 turnovers yesterday. One was Josh Johnson just being Josh Johnson and fumbling, recovered by the Eagles. And the other one was a diving interception by none other than Jalyx Hunt. John Clark tweeted after the game, Jalyx Hunt is the first player in the history of the Philadelphia Eagles to lead the team in both sacks and interceptions in a season. This Eagles defense is so darn good because a multitude of people get sacks, but Jalyx Hunt leads with 6.5 sacks and also leads with 3 picks. And if you've been paying attention, Jalyx Hunt has been heating up to end the season just like he did last year as a rookie. So he's going to be fun to watch in the playoffs, especially under Vic Fangio. Pay attention to Jalyx Hunt this postseason because I think he's going to ball out like he did last time. The hunt is about to start. As for the Eagles matchup in Wild Card Weekend, we now know it is against the San Francisco 49ers, and it will be held Sunday at 4:30 p.m. Y'all know where I'll be, right here live on the channel, talking Eagles Niners. We'll be breaking it down all week too, little by little, but the Eagles open up at home at 3.5-point favorites. And trust me, the Niners didn't want to come to Philadelphia. I'm not saying it. George Kittle saying it.
That's horrible. Like, I hate that. I hate losing. I hate losing to the Seahawks. But hey, we get to play football next week, and whoever it is, whenever what happens, go Cardinals. So no, my confidence is the exact same. I'm looking forward to whoever we play. Let's go Buddha and Trey McBride. Thank you, guys.
2 times he said go Cardinals to end the season because if the Cardinals beat the Rams, they would have been the higher seed, which means the Rams would have came to Philly and they would have went to Carolina, which of course Carolina is the weaker team, but still, I know he remembers previous playoff games. He didn't want to come to Philly. As for the Eagles offense, I know people are worried about KP, but I do believe in the players as I said all year long. Smitty was asked about how he feels about the offense and the Niners matchup.
We'll be all right. We know what we got to do. We know it's at stake. It's win or go home, So now, it's no time for the mistakes or, we'll get it next time. You got to get it this time.
Do you know that you're playing the 49ers? Have you been told of that?
Yeah, it don't matter who we play.
These guys know playoff football, and if a play needs to be made on offense, they'll get it. And I believe the defense is strong enough to hold teams to minimum points. I mean, Seattle just held the Niners to 3. Shoot, let's hold them to 10. I know our Eagles in the playoffs can score 17 or 20 points. I just hope that the coaching staff doesn't make us keep starting behind the 8 ball. Lastly, on the short pod, Zach Berman said the 49ers had 2 advanced scouts in Philly for the game. Interesting. They knew we were going to rest our starters, so they're not trying to see the Tank, Bigsby, the Jahan Dotts, and the Tanner McKees. But what they do want to see as advanced scouts is play calling, sequencing, this, that, and the third. Maybe the Eagles knew it and played it more cupcakey, or maybe the Eagles are just dumb, play caller wise, dumb. But for Kittle to really say twice, go Cardinals, them sending advanced scouts to the game to watch our backups, but more importantly, to see what the coaching staff is doing, they nervous. Hopefully, we give them something to be nervous about. And don't go out there and be predictable. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I absolutely love hearing from you. Go check our sponsor out, Polymarket. Great thing. Link in the description. Also, if you watch the videos and the YouTube shorts, make sure you start coming through the live streams throughout the week. We're going to do more often, but I will be live for Eagles Niners 4:30 on Sunday. Like we're always live for the games, but make sure you really come through for this one. We need all the love and support. We'll be talking about the matchup all week, all the news, rumors, opinions, injury updates, video-wise. But make sure you come through the live stream. It's going to be epic. Philly strong in the chat. Like I said, leave a comment, and I'll catch you on the next one. We out.